Hi, I'm Mark Hugger, and this is episode 7 of Next Steps for Ambitious Beginners, Taking Tricks. And right now we're working on a suit establishment, and in particular when we hold 5-2 in a suit. And what we understand is that there's tricks available here. There's 6 out. If they split 3-3, roughly a 1 in 3 chance, that means you'll have 2 linked tricks. If you add to that the chance that they split 4-2, which is 2-3, but if you add those 2 chances together, that means about 84% of the time you're going to have a 5th trick that is good. So this is something you're going to want to pay close attention to when you play. Counting your top tricks, you can see we have a 7-card trump suit with the 5 high, the ace spades for 6, ace king of diamonds for 7-8, and 9-10, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and 10 tricks altogether in top tricks. Now, what we have to do is somehow, we're not going to get an extra trick in clubs or diamonds. Somehow we have to make 3 club tricks. And to do that, we're going to need to have the king fall, basically. So we got to play them 5 times. And we will go ahead and duck one first. We can afford 1 loser. And now our best bet here is simply to play the ace and hope that it falls. And when it does, we can rough one out. I'm saying to have it fall because we needed to be able to get back to the club. Right. Now we can rough one out, and now the queen and another will give us enough entries to play this thing 5 times. In the meantime, we will pull trump, and this should do it. The queen will bring us 1, the last spade, and this one will be a winner. So a little tricky here, right? Because here we don't really have the entries unless the king falls to be able to get 2 extra tricks. We need the queen and the linked trick to be good. And we have to save a high card, the queen, to be able to play the next one. So we find 6 no trump. I think you'll notice today that we're going to have a lot of slams and a lot of running trump suits. Sometimes the hands that are used in Blackwood's book are a little on the quirky side, the unusual side. The actual lessons, though, are solid, and of course I'm using them to kind of give you my take on like the best way to play them or the best way to plan them. Here we have 7 tricks in the majors and 4 tricks in the minors, so looking for 1 more. Now this heart suit, notice ace, king, queen, if we were to play all 3 of those and they split 3-3, then life would be good and we'd actually might make an over trick. But we have no guarantee that they're going to do that. In fact, they're more likely to split 4-2. And we have to unblock the spades, which is going to mean doing that before we play all the hearts. So if the hearts don't break and the spades don't break perfect, then we could end up going down. For that reason, we're going to make a safety play. And a safety play is simply ducking one here. I'm sorry, I'm not going to duck it there. We're going to unblock first. And now we're going to duck one. We're only planning on taking 1 extra trick, the heart trick, and well, they're going to lead it for us, thank you. Right, now we can unblock, we can play the spades that we carefully unblocked first, and the hearts will break. And that's the 4th play. Here's the 5th play. Now this hand, in addition to how do we play the heart suit, added that extra little twist of having to unblock the spade first. All right, this one is pretty straightforward. We're going to be in 7 hearts, and we got the queen of diamonds. is a lead, so we can't lose a trick. We have one diamond lose, but other than that, we're just looking for a 13th trick, right? Because we have 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, that's 4, 2 spades, that's 6, and we have 6 hearts, so that's 7. The only shot that we have is for us to find an extra trick in spades. But here we have to do that without losing one. We also have to pull trump. Preserve those entries, right? And come up with a plan to play the spades 5 times. So since we can't lose, we're going to win one, win the second, ruff one. That's 3. At that point, we'll know whether we're in good shape or not. And get over with the king of diamonds to ruff out the 4th one, and the ace of clubs to play the winning trick. Frankly, there's no reason not to pull trump first here. Just got to remember how many times you're going to ruff, which is twice. All right, so here's 1 ruff. Now let's pull trump. We've got an extra one, I think, right? Don't throw your spades away. All right. Crossover. And now your 6 of spades is good. You have the ace of diamonds to get there. The 4 of hearts is good. And we have established that trick. Okay, so we're establishing a 5-2, looking for a 4-2. That's all we need. It's going to happen 2 out of 3 times. Should be a fairly straightforward play. And we get to 4 hearts. Hopefully they won't go to 4 spades. And they don't. And we get the 10 of spades as the lead. Pretty reasonable. So we need 10 tricks. We have 5 heart tricks, the ace of spades for 6. And we have the ace, king, queen of clubs, which will get us to 9, right? And the clubs will either break 3-3 or 4-2. So the chances of that last club being good are 84%, because that's if you add the chances of 3-3 or 4-2 together, you're going to be right around 85%. We have a spade loser. It's going to be a fast loser after we take this ace. And we have some danger in the diamond suit, right? We cannot let East get in and give him the opportunity to lead through our king. At the end of this hand, we may lead towards the king if for some reason the clubs are hopelessly messed up. We might take it ourselves, but we're not going to let East in the meantime, because they could potentially get 3 diamond tricks to go along with that spade trick. Now we can manage this, right? We can test these clubs. We're hoping for 3-3 or 4-2, which is going to happen all but 15% of the time by just playing 2 of them. And they both followed. Now, we could, if we throw down the 3, are we going to have any problems? And the answer is yes. Like if we put down the queen and they're splitting 4-2, that means we're going to need to get back there to play 1 more to rough it out and then get back there again. And we can't do that. We only have the 1 side suit entry. So we're going to need to rough 1 here. Okay, there goes one of these, and we started with 8, so there's 4 left. And we might as well just pull them. Cross over with the ace. And now we can play the queen, and that will pull the last one. There it goes. And now the 6 is good. And now, I guess for fun, we can try it for the king of diamonds, which didn't work. But no matter, we still get our 10th trick. Makes sense? Can you play them 5 times? That will always get you this, or sometimes it seems virtually always will get you a 5th trick, because you're just looking for 4-2 or 3-3, right? Or basically an 84% chance that that last trick will become good. All right, so on this one we get to 4 spades and we get a heart lead. We have 6 good spades, the ace of hearts for 7, and the ace king of diamonds for 8 and 9, just looking for one more trick. There is a danger here in if you neglect to count your losers and note their status. The heart is a slow loser, right? But now it will be a fast loser when I win the ace. The king of clubs, which with a finesse could be our 10th trick, right, is there. But if East gets in and the ace happens to be over here and East has the right cards, they could easily win 3 clubs and a heart. So there's a big danger here in this hand. And it will determine on how we play our diamonds, right? Now, the king of clubs would be a 50% chance to find the ace in the right place. But as we've noted, right, we can actually get an 85% chance of scoring even the 3 of diamonds by establishing it, right? Because if they break 3-3 or 4-2, and if you add those percentages together, you get about 85%. So you have to play this in a manner that allows you to not lose a diamond trick. And we can do that by simply playing ace-king and then roughing one. They followed twice. East apparently has 1 more diamond, so we can rough that out, get back there, and play another diamond. Do we have those entries? Well, yes, we do, right? Because we have the king and the 10. We should probably pull another round of trump, just in case they're breaking 4-2. Then we can go king, lead a diamond, and back up to the spade. The diamond comes good. And now we can take a look at that king of clubs. So we never lost the chance that the ace was in the right place here. But as it turned out, it wasn't, right? So if we had let them into the lead somehow, we would have certainly been in trouble. But here we are able to take our last trick with our last trump and make our contract. So 50% are on the king of clubs, but 85% that this last diamond will be good so long as we can play them 5 times, and in this case 5 times without giving up the lead and by making sure we pull trump. Well, only 4 missing. That wasn't that hard. All right, so we get to 6 spades. You get the queen of hearts as a lead. One thing that sticks out to me right away is we're missing the ace of trump. So at some point they're getting in. And we have a diamond loser. We have a slow diamond loser, and that's it. So we got a slow diamond loser and the ace of spades. To get this extra trick we need, we're going to use our clubs, obviously. And the curious thing here is we really don't mind if they rough a club at any point, because that is just fine. The numbers are what matter. So let's go ahead and take our usual tact of trying to play them enough times. So there's 1. There's 2. They both follow. We'll rough high. Go ahead and over rough it if you want. They don't, of course. And now there's 1 more there. So now watch carefully. What we're going to do is going to lead at the king, queen of spades. Right? And then we're going to rough. This is roughing out the last club. And once again, they can go ahead and rough if they want. Right? But they don't want to. Now, are we in trouble? Not really, because we have the ace of diamonds as a side suit. So we can lead at the queen again. Here comes the ace finally. Of course, we'll let them have that trick. And now there's nothing they can really do, right? Because we still have the ace of hearts. We have the ace of diamonds. And we can play our winning club and throw away that losing diamond, that slow loser we had, right? King of diamonds is good, and we're making 12. So this one had a sort of a different feel to it, right? We still have that high percentage chance of making our 4 of clubs good, our last club good, no matter what it is. But we didn't have the ace of spades, right? But we had the entries still, right? Because we could lead at that king, queen of spades. And if any point in time they took it, we still had this ace of diamonds as an entry. So we had ace, we had win one, rough one, get over there, rough one, and then manipulate our way over to play our last one, either by them taking the ace of spades or them letting us play one more spade. Either way, we're through. We're into it. And we can make that contract. So we get to 7 hearts. We have 7 hearts in our hand. So we have 7 heart tricks. The ace and king of spades is 9. Ace and king of diamonds is 10 and 11. And the ace of clubs is 12. So we're looking for one trick. And we have to do this without losing one. So are there any other chances besides the spades? Besides that 85% chance that we can make a little spade good? And there really aren't, because we're in 7. If we were in 6, we might consider ducking a diamond. And that would give us 2 chances just in case the spades did break really bad, right? Did break 5-1. But that didn't happen. So how will we play them? Well, first of all, we need to decide what are our chances of playing it 5 times, right? That's always going to be the thing that gets in the way, right? We can win one. We can play the ace of spades and win one. We can win another, that's 2 plays, then lose one, that's 3. Play to the 10 of hearts. Play another to rough out the final one. Pull trump and get there with the ace of diamonds. I think that works. Let's see if I'm right. So win 1, win 2. And they did not break evenly, so East has an extra one. We'll cross over and we'll rough out the last spade. All right. Now we can pull trump. Throw away the losing diamond on the spade. Come back to the ace rather, and the 8 of hearts is good. Right? Are you getting the rhythm of this? Right? The finding out if we can play the suit 5 times, keeping our eye out to see how the suit actually does split, pulling trump when we're in a suit contract, because that can create problems. And it's just that simple. We are dealing with a high percentage play that's totally dependent just on your ability to play the suit enough times. So that's going to be the skill you require, all the little subtleties that might come up in trying to decide how to play the suit. Okay, so last one for the week. This is episode 7, and we'll be back next week, of course, and probably for the next couple months. There's some 140, 150 hands that I'm going to cover in establishing a suit. Here's yet another 6-spade contract, another slam contract, and yet another red queen lead. If we count our tricks, count our top tricks, we have 6 spades, 7, 8 with the ace king of hearts. We have ace king of clubs, which is 10, and we have 11 in the ace of diamonds. Take a look at this. And now remember, there's no extra trick coming our way in the round suits, the hearts or the clubs. The only way to get another trick is in the diamond suit. And the good news is that the diamond suit, they have 6, will split 3-3 or 4-2. Right? 85% of the time, that last diamond is going to be good. Right? And that's all you need is that 12th trick. So we have a slow loser in hearts and we have a loser in diamonds. And the way to handle this is to lose one, right? count 5 times, right? We play one, that's 1. Then we play to the ace and another, that's 3. We use the queen and the spades to play it the 4th time, and we use the 9 of spades to play it the 5th time. Somewhere in there, too, we have to make sure we pull trump, and there are 4 out. So let's just go ahead and lose one. Okay, that's play number 1. They both followed. Right, now we'll win one and rough one for plays 2 and 3. Win one. They both follow. Good news, right? No worse than 4-2. And we'll rough one. There comes one of the missing spades, right? So now there are only 3 out. Because we only need to rough one more out, we might as well and then rough one out here. And now the diamond is good when we knock out the king of diamonds. And we still have a spade. Yeah, we did need that one. Played the 6 of diamonds, which is a winner, tossing that losing heart. And we bring the contract home. I know that it sometimes seems like this is a little too easy. And in a sense it is, because they're teaching hands. We know they're always going to work out, or they make. That's why they're teaching hands. But these techniques are just a little bit subtle, that's all. The pulling the trump, making sure that you can play the suit that you want to establish enough times. Counting, so critical. Counting is so critical. And with a 5-2 fit, it can be just this easy. Or it doesn't work at all, right? Because you can't play it enough times. Or you get one of that 15% of the time that they're going to break 5-1 or 6-0. All right, which is not very often, but it does happen, and you might not have the entries for it. As we go forward, you're going to see that we're going to be seeing more and more of these hands, and the way we approach them when there are some unfortunate breaks will definitely be adding to your skill set. But for now, just start looking.